The Brexit Halloween deadline is just weeks away. And just like in Halloween the movie, every time you think the deadline is finally dead, it just keeps coming back. United States of Europe making fun of the EU the American way. Now, as I've said on this show, since before the Brexit referendum, yes, Britain will vote to leave the EU, and no, they'll never actually do it. And if you believe Boris Johnson's promise that he's the one to make it happen, I've got a £350 million bus to sell you. Forget about trade deals, forget about immigration, forget about the 6 ways Boris could still somehow pull it off. The one fundamental, fatal Brexit flaw is and has always been the border with Northern Ireland, which the British refer to as the what? I'm sorry, what is that exactly? This past week, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson met with Irish leader Leo Varadkar to negotiate about any way to avoid having a hard border between the Republic of Ireland, which is in the EU, and Northern Ireland, which is in the UK. But negotiations didn't go well when Johnson referred to Varadkar's husband as a backstop. Now that did not actually happen. But the important thing is, for a moment you believed it did, and you were totally justified in thinking so. To review, the Irish backstop would keep Northern Ireland in Europe until a solution is found to prevent a hard border, which is like saying Northern Ireland would be temporarily reunited with the rest of Ireland until, say, the UK wins the Eurovision Song Contest, otherwise known as never. That is why Boris has now come with alternatives to the backstop plan, which are not technically alternatives, but reportedly promises of alternatives, which is basically Boris saying, we are going to repeal and replace the backstop plan. We're going to replace it with something, I don't know what it is, but I know it's going to be great. In other words, Boris's backstop plan equals he has no plan. Boris negotiating anything in Brexit is like Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs looking for that business card. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. I'm going to make Jeremy Corbyn into a girl's blouse. British leaders refusing to accept any kind of backstop plan is basically British leaders refusing to let go of that primal British colonial mentality. Like this ad campaign to promote British maritime history, which just happens to show a British slave ship. Those were the days when Britain could guarantee that everyone on that ship had a job. If Brexit goes through, Britain is probably going to have to say goodbye to Northern Ireland. Scotland will probably vote to leave. Maybe they'll have to say goodbye to Wales after that. Pretty soon, all that will be left of Britain is a white man in a white van driving in circles around Essex, saying, "Oh, I guess we showed them." Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Are you happy now, algorithm?